What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. It's Jane Crow real. Jane Crow is quote unquote the female version of Jim Crow, right? And I'm sitting here like, I just saw it 2 days ago or something. I was like, wait, what? Because of misogyny and gender related issues, women feel like they're going through Jane Crow. But here's the problem for me. So, women are getting redlined? That's what you're saying? Women are getting quote unquote lynched or whatever? Jim Crow. Women are having these voting rights issues of the past. Because to have Jane Crow, it has to be Jim Crow. It has to be a governmental institution that creates these scenarios. You know, any women getting treated like Fred Hampton, killed at 21. FBI looks, the government looks at you as a threat and puts a hit out on you. That's Jane Crow, right? Like any of this, because I want it to be serious. Like, who's the Martin Luther King of women, and did her sister get killed like Martin Luther King Jr.'s brother got killed after he died, just to make sure that this doesn't go on? Who is the Malcolm X of women during Jane Crow? What's the one night in Miami where the 4 women got to get together, like Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, Jim Brown, and Muhammad Ali? Like what is that? Where is that at? What is your actual struggle? Because last time I checked, you're going through Jane Crow while companies are setting aside billions of dollars for you. But this is Jane Crow. You're going through Jane Crow while other companies are setting aside, making sure you have tech jobs in the future. But this is Jane Crow. You're saying you're going through discrimination when schools, how can I say this, are catered to you, right? Except for maybe the sports program is not. Because the sports program, the male sports program, actually makes far more money than the female sports program. But that's Jane Crow. The vast majority of scholarships are for women. But that's Jane Crow. The vast majority of school, women can be black women in particular, you can be a double minority. I'm a minority because I'm a woman and because I'm black. And that's Jane Crow. You're going through misogyny from that. When you say it's in this society, the men, quote unquote, and white men in particular, made the rules. So these rules are benefiting you more than men, but you're going through Jane Crow. You're going through misogyny. I don't see it. Most black families cater to the women and the girls in their families. That's who they have a support system to. That's who they have their back. That's who they invest in. That's who they buy cars for when they're 16 and put actual money away for them to get an education. Those are the people who they say, you need to go to school and get a job so you ain't got to depend on no man. If it's 2 groups, that's supported in the black community, is females in general and guys that go to jail. The guys so females in general are the women that go to jail and the women that go to college. The guys, just the guys that go to jail. The guys that go to college, you get nothing. So, but you're going through Jane Crow, right? Misogyny, misogynoir. Oh, I'm struggling. Interesting. Because you can't express yourself enough, right? Matter of fact, feminism, second wave, third wave, it's your response to Jane Crow, right? So what is being done to you ladies like that? The Me Too movement is part of Jane Crow, right? It is, right? But the women that lie, it's not a big deal. Because remember, in the onset of even the Me Too movement, there were women, if women lie, that's okay. If women lie and guys go to jail, that's all right, because men are trash, basically. And then, but that's in Jane Crow. Like, because we're going through so much, you should go to jail for a lie. Oh, okay. You should get your career ruined for a lie. Oh, okay. Jane Crow is Johnny Depp's situation. Jane Crow is R. Kelly's situation and Bill Cosby's situation, where you can't, where people had to go through exorbitant lengths to make something real that wasn't real. Because, and what I mean by that specifically, R. Kelly's in jail still for what? Nobody knows. Bill Cosby's in jail for something that had already been settled. That somebody ran a campaign to be a judge to put him in jail for. That's Jane Crow. Jane Crow is these family court laws because how dare 9 out of 10 mothers win custody? That's the misogyny we talking about? Huh. Because it's not about equality if you're being held down by who? Who's holding you down? We're not getting the positions we want in corporate America. That's not true. There's more women in corporate America than people want to admit. You're a double minority, remember? If you're a black woman or a Hispanic woman, if you're a white woman, you're just a minority. Who does affirmative action benefit the most? White women. So is this Jane Crow, if you're a black woman, has to do with white women? Or does it have to do with, how can I say this? White women and all men, including black men. Where is your oppression coming from is the question. Because I don't see where you so oppressed. And I'm talking about in a real sense. Because I'm a black man, I look at things differently because I don't see you really going through the things that black men go through at all. See, Black Lives Matter couldn't exist if it was built on dead women and men just took over and made it about men. And got money for that and didn't pay the families back. Like is that Jane Crow? I'm out of here, man. Like, share, subscribe, but die trying. Peace.